Hey,
How
Johnny.
are you,
Good,
buddy?
good. Good morning. How are you?
I am hanging in there, looking at a beautiful day in Florida here, and finally no rain.
You know what? We just had a giant storm come through, and I was dropping off our one kid at the grandparents' house, and I opened the door. It's just pouring, and he's a little over one, and he had the whole what the,
He's
I
been listening to Daddy, Adam.
I took him into the house, and like he didn't cry, he wasn't yelling, he just looked
Yeah,
shell shocked, like I don't know what just happened.
yeah, oh yeah.
So.
That's wild.
Oh,
That's
good,
wild.
good times. Well, Johnny, welcome. You guys are going to be in town here in a couple weeks to be a part of Ragbrai. Do you have any idea what Ragbrai is?
I hate to say it, I do not, but fill me in, please.
All right, so Ragbrai is this giant bicycle ride that starts on one side of Iowa and goes across the state over about a week.
I've heard of this. I've heard of this, Adam. I have heard of this.
So
Now I know what it is. Now I do. See, I'm smarter than I thought.
there you go. Perfect. Well, I just wanted to know if you knew exactly what you're getting into when you're coming to Iowa for Ragbrai.
There you go.
Because it's
Well,
going
it sounds good. I used to ride. I got a really nice mountain bike and a beach bike. It kind of serves both purposes. And last year I was riding my bike trying to get in shape. And this is a true thing. And I tore my meniscus riding a bike. My knee. I'm like, I can't even get in shape, Adam. I'm now hurting myself. So kudos to everybody riding those bikes. Be careful.
Oh, it's going to be a crazy day. So what they do, they start in the morning, they'll ride all day, and then they show up and they'll have entertainment. So you're going to have about 1 billion different bicycle riders all in one spot, drinking beer and listening to Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That sounds like a good time to me. We look forward to it. You know what? We always have good shows there, and look forward to getting out. We have a big summer ahead of us. We're out with ZZ Top doing a bunch of shows, and so we're getting real busy here coming up real soon. So I better enjoy my home here.
I love the name of the ZZ Top stuff, the Sharp Dressed Simple Man Tour.
Yeah. I'm hoping that there'll be some guys who are like dressed real sharp and they look maybe with a cloth hat or I don't know.
Well, you get some of these things where they try and combine like two things and it doesn't really work together. But then you have Sharp Dressed Simple Man. And it's like, no, that works. That's perfect. I love it.
Yeah. Well, ZZ's been buddies of ours for years. So, and we've done, God, I don't even know how many shows. Even before I was into band, Skynyrd and ZZ were doing shows. So, it's a good time for all. And we're just looking forward to getting out and seeing our Skynyrd Nation this summer. And we've had a rough beginning of the year. We lost Gary Rosington early this year. And, one thing about Lynyrd Skynyrd, it's been up, it's been down, but it's still around, and the music is just so strong. And I've been with the band now for 36 years, seems like 36 seconds to me, but it's an amazing thing to see the younger generations, the older generations. I always say coming to a Skynyrd show is like going to a football game. You'll see them in the parking lot playing cornhole and families together, and it's just an amazing thing. It really is.
Johnny Van Zant from Lynyrd Skynyrd on the line with me right now. They'll be in town for the Ragbrai concert July 26th over at Waterworks Park. Also going on tour with ZZ Top later on this summer. Talk to me about a Lynyrd Skynyrd show now as opposed to in the past. Like, how has it evolved? How has it changed? What do you get into when you go to a Skynyrd show now?
Well, I think, for us, it's all about playing now. Whenever you're younger, it's kind of about, the thrill of being out there and having drinks. And you kind of forget that you're there to make people happy. And, so now it's all about the playing and about one thing for sure. We go out there and we give 110%, and what band wouldn't love to have a song like Sweet Home or Smell or Simple Man or He's Gone, so there's just so many great songs. The problem with us is that we are always like, well, what songs do we play? Because there's so many great songs. And, so we try to switch it up a little bit here and there and throw in 2 or 3 different songs each night. And sometimes that works, sometimes it don't. It just depends on how many shows we're doing. So but it's a lot of hit songs. So come on out if you like Lynyrd Skynyrd. We'll be there in force. That's for sure.
Hey, Johnny, I know that shows are, it's kind of like kids. You love them all, but is there a part of the show that you love more than most? Like the part of the night that you're excited about?
Yeah, you know what? I'm excited about the first half, of course, because I'm meeting the audience at first, and then after a few songs, I'm kind of like, okay, I can't wait we do like a little medley thing, different songs. And like this year, we're doing a song called All I Can Do Is Write About It. And we're doing Curtis Lowe this year.
Oh, cool.
So when we get down to those, I get anxious because I'm like, okay, now we're going to bring it down just a notch or two, and then of course we're going to bring it back up for the ending. But it's always fun to get to that point.
Johnny Van Zant on the line with me, talking about shows and tours and all that. When you have so many songs, is there ever an argument about what songs to play and what not to play? Like, is there anybody in the and I don't mean a knockdown, drag out argument by any stretch, but like, no, I don't want to play this again. Let's change it up. Is there ever that?
You know what? Again, we always discuss it, and we just did a rehearsal 2 days in Nashville to put together the set for the summer, and we went back and forth, and so we try whatever really fits together, whatever glues together, and there's never no really argument at all. I mean, it's kind of like, we all got opinions, but
yeah.
I've been here 36 years. I get seniority.
Well, guys, I hate to say it, but this is what we're doing tonight. Oh, that's great. Do you guys have any traditions that you guys do before a show or on stage or whatever?
Yeah.
What's your guys' tradition?
Man, we get there, everybody gets themselves together. Some of them are, getting their clothes on. Some of them are doing this. So we're always, I watch everybody because I love watching what people do too. We have to get our ears and stuff on and so we can hear us. But one thing we always do, man, we're all true believers in Jesus Christ. So before we hit that stage, we thank him for the blessing of music. And that's something that for myself, I always do because we're lucky to still be playing music and have such a great catalog of music. And then after that, we go out and we do our best job,
So what's the first thing you do after a show?
Go cool off.
Well, I'm going to say, you're talking about being in shape earlier. I mean, doing the show and all that. I mean, that's a workout by the end if you're doing it right,
It is. The drummers got it the worst, I think, because back there banging drums. And I'm huffing and puffing. And you know what? We all work really hard. And this summer, we just did Fort Campbell for the 4th of July over in Kentucky for the 101st Airborne over there, which was a great show for us. And we love our military and their families. And it was so hot, man. I mean, it was cooking. It was cooking. So when we get to rehearsal, we did those right after I was telling you about the rehearsal.
Yeah.
The place that we're rehearsing at, they told us, oh, yeah, it's climate control. And we're like, okay, that's cool. Well, my production manager calls me and says, there's no air conditioning in here. So I said, okay, break out the fans. And, Skynyrd had a place called Hell House that they wrote all these great songs. And it was just an old shack here in Florida, in Green Cove Springs, Florida. And I said, well, guys, this is Hell House 2023. So here we go. And we actually rehearsed in that heat because I said, hey, it's going to be a hot summer. So, we got to get used to it. So. And it really does. But the first thing is to get cooled down. And then if we're going back to the hotels, take a quick shower so you don't stink.
There you go. Perfect. Johnny Van Zant on the line with me right now talking about the tour. Going to be in Waterworks Park on July 26th. Also going on tour with ZZ Top in the just greatly named the Sharp Dressed Simple Man Tour. I know the tour is kind of the big deal, but what else you guys have got going on right now? Like what's kind of next for Skynyrd after tour?
Man. We got a 50th anniversary album that's coming out. It's got 50 songs.
Oh, wow.
Universal's, and it's going to be a nice box set for our fans. We got a PBS special. There's actually a viewing of one of Gary's last show we did at the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville. that he did with us. And actually, it's out at select theaters right now playing. And so there's a lot of stuff happening. And you know what? We're just trying to get through this summer. Like I said, it was a hard year at the beginning here. It's been, but you know what? Every dark tunnel has a light, and the music has always been the light, and our fans have always been our light. And we're looking forward to coming playing for you guys, man. So please come out and hear some great Skynyrd songs.
That's awesome. Johnny Van Zant, I'll let you get back to your day. I know you're a busy man. Thank you so much for the time. We really do appreciate it.
Hey, thank you. Look forward to seeing everybody. God bless.